Good evening and welcome to the Squawk. I'm Alex McEwen.
And I'm Carson Schnitzler.
Tonight, Business and Humanities Dean Dr. Wade Herley joins the show.
Also, Tanner Walling stops by to discuss Northeast Golf fall season as well as look ahead to the official spring season.
And we will also have live music this evening.
All this and more coming up on the Squawk.
I'm a licensed practical nurse. I work in rehab, long-term care, and assisted living facilities. When I look at my residents, I see my mom, my dad, and I'm giving the respect and the care I would want. We are protectors of our residents. Their safety, their health, and happiness are three things that we're working on 24/7. We've taken an oath to do that, but it's in our hearts to do that.
Here now with Dr. Wade Herley, the Dean of Business and Humanities here at Northeast. Doctor, let's just start off. How are you doing today?
Good. Yourself?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
I was wondering if we could start out with you just telling us a little bit about yourself.
So my hometown is Neely, Nebraska. Moved around a little bit when I was younger, so I also grew up in Pierce and graduated high school from Yankton High School.
Okay.
Got my undergraduate degree from Wayne State and my graduate degrees from the University of South Dakota in Vermilion.
Awesome. I actually also grew up in Pierce,
Oh.
so we got a little bit in common
All right,
there.
Blue Jays, right?
Yep. How long have you been here at Northeast?
10 years.
And what are a few of the things that you've done while you've been here that you're proud of?
Well, there were a couple things that we worked on here. One was the Center of Academic Excellence 2-year in the IT area. When we got that designation from the NSA and Homeland Security, it's for cybersecurity. And when we got that, we were one of 70 community colleges in the nation to have that.
Wow.
So pretty proud of that. And the other thing is the Skills USA Club that we built here. We've done excellent with that. The students have really done well with medals at the state level and the national level as well.
Yeah, you can walk all around this building here and see banners and trophies from Skills USA everywhere. So that's awesome to have been a part of that, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. This program in particular has done very well, very well.
So what led you to this career path? How do you think you ended up here as a dean?
I know a lot of people say, well, I just kind of landed in it, or it found me. It truly did. When I graduated Wayne State, I was actually going to go into the finance world and go into banking. This is not a bank. But I've worked in the construction industry with Kiewit Construction, one of the largest privately held construction companies in the world. I worked for the Entrepreneur of the Year back in Omaha for about a year. Did my own businesses in Florida for 6 years. Have a lot of different experience, but it really came down to timing. And I sold my businesses and had time on my hands and money. And when you're younger, can be a bad combination. So I went back to school and got the right advisor at the right time. I was really kind of testing the waters. I had my MBA, but I went back to school and I didn't really know what to go back to school for. So I tried some classes in adult and higher ed leadership and hit the right mentor at the right time that told me that, look, you're really coming at this from a very different perspective. You might want to give this a try. And he just really encouraged me to just go after it. And it was expensive and time consuming, but I got through the program and then I put resumes out everywhere. And this was the opportunity that came up. It was just a timing thing. And it's been a very good experience.
That's awesome to have went and done so many different things and ended up in something that it seems like you enjoy a little bit.
Absolutely.
That's great. What do you like doing outside of your life here? What are your little hobbies, things you do in your free time, that type of thing?
Most of my time gets served as taxi driver for my two daughters. One's 13, one's 11. They are big into gymnastics and orchestra and band, and so I spend a lot of my time running around town. In fact, after this interview, I'm going to run them to gymnastics so they can get to practice. Of course, big Husker fan, like Husker football in the fall and Husker volleyball and Hawk basketball and Hawk volleyball, and so we like that. Like the plays out here as well. Just a variety of things.
Okay. Well, on that note, as you clearly have some other things to do, we'll let you go so you can get your daughters to gymnastics. And thank you again for joining us today.
Thank you for the invite. Appreciate it.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens. Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
Hey, have you seen Hannah today?
You didn't hear? Hannah killed herself last night.
What? Why would she do that?
I guess her parents found a note saying that she'd been thinking about doing it for a while, but hoped someone would maybe try to help her.
I wish we could have helped her somehow.
Me too.
Know the signs. Visit www.suicidepreventionlifeline.org to become informed.
I was given a prescription opioid pain medication that lasted a lot longer than the pain itself. And within only a few months, I was completely addicted. I lost everything. And I started to watch my life slip away. These drugs are addictive. One prescription can be all it takes to lose everything.
Welcome back to the Squawk. I'm here with Tanner Walling from the Northeast Golf Team. Gonna have a little golf lesson today. So, Tanner, to start off, can you kind of talk a little bit about putting?
Sure. Well, I guess to begin, for me, first thing I do is normally you'd have to read your putt because the greens, you know, move and have different breaks in them. But here, I guess it'd be a straight putt, and I have this black line on my ball, so I like to line it up first and towards the hole. But then from there, it's pretty simple. You just rock your shoulders back and forth and try not to move your wrist too much and knock it in. Want me to putt one?
Yeah, absolutely. Take a shot.
Oh. Missed it. You want to try?
Sure.
All right, I'll coach you up.
So, start talking off. You guys have had, 5 meets you had during the fall so far? So, talk about how those started out for you guys.
They went pretty well. We had some good finishes as a team. In our last one, I think we could have played a little bit better. We struggled. It was pretty windy. But, I mean, overall, I think we're in a good spot and have done pretty well as a team, and probably even better than, at this point that we were last year. So
really nice. So can you talk about how the team is set up? So you and I have talked about this before, but we have only 5 members technically start, but 6 go to a meet, right? Can you talk a bit about that?
Yeah, it depends which meet we're at. Like whoever's hosting it kind of gets to decide, but in general there'll be there's always 5 starters, and so all 5 get to play, and then the top 4 scores from each round get counted to your team score. So if you're the guy, you have a really bad day and you shoot in the 80s or something, then your score won't get counted. But yeah.
So let's take a few more shots here. And what are some of the things that you guys have talked about in practice as setting for some of your goals?
I guess some of our goals would be to, I guess, not get so frustrated like when things don't go our way, and to yeah, like when you hit a bad shot, like it's okay to not worry about it, just move on to the next shot, and yeah, and just control the things that you can control. Like if it's windy or like your putt hits a bump or something, like it's okay, just move on, make the next one.
You talk about the wind and the weather. Is there a certain approach that you need to take when there's various weather?
You know, yeah, I guess if it's really windy and you're at a course where like there's not a lot of trees, then the wind like really affects your ball, and so I guess it's important to be able to hit it low because then the wind, you know, doesn't move it so much. So yeah, we have to work on different shots in practice to be able to handle that.
So, guys, getting a little bit of a break now. When do things really start back up again?
Yeah, we'll have a long break from now until like, well, at least Christmas, and then there we go. After Christmas, then we'll really, once we come back, we'll really get started working again, mainly in our indoor facility, like with the practice simulators. Yeah, and then like February, March-ish is when, I mean, it all depends on the weather. It's really hard to get outside, but we'll get ready to go for those tournaments again.
Well, I need to try and take another one since I've been missing all mine. I need to try and see if I can get one in now.
Oh, it was right there. Here, I got you all.
So one more thing that I kind of want to wrap things up a little bit with is, can you kind of describe the differences of going from course to course and the challenges that you kind of face when you're going to so many different tournaments and so many different courses?
Yeah, every course is completely different. So usually the night before we have a tournament, we'll have like a team meeting, and we have these booklets that give us like kind of the layout of the course, like the map of the course. And those are really nice, and our coach will give us a game plan of kind of where we should hit certain shots and where not to miss it in the bad spots. And so that's really helpful. And yeah, and it all depends like how far you hit it too, like if you can hit it over the water or whatever. So yeah, that's helpful.
Well, Tanner, thanks for stopping in and showing us this. It was really fun taking some golf swings with you, and thanks for joining us tonight.
All right, thank you. Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Dr. Shelley Flace with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. The nicotine in e-cigarettes is addictive and can harm brain development. That's why I worry about teens who try e-cigarettes. Many young people use pod-based e-cigarettes like Juul, which have high levels of nicotine. And because teens' brains are still developing, they can quickly become addicted. The tobacco industry uses fruit and candy flavors to attract young people, often turning them into lifelong users. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
From the moments that shape our lives to those that shape our days, broadcasters are there, delivering the most trusted news that keeps you informed when it matters. We are your neighbors, a trusted voice, a lifeline. We are broadcasters. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on your local TV and radio stations. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
What I like about teaching at Northeast the most are my students. I'm very fond of saying, yes, they come from a rural community, but what they lack in big city savvy, they more than make up for in hard work and initiative.
I think what's special about Northeast and this program is that it's close to home. So some of the things that I find exciting is, we learn something new every day. Whether it's, you're going into Photoshop or InDesign or whatever, creating something.
Northeast is closer, it's cheaper. You have to put in the time and the effort to learn how it works. I actually get to have a degree and be ready to go and get my next occupation in just 2 years.
I really like Northeast because not everything can fit in the graphic design, but everything can become graphic design. So it's just kind of what direction you guys want to take it. You come to Northeast and almost every professor you got is willing to work with you and help you better your grades or help you understand the material so you're not struggling. And a lot of the professors want you to succeed. They want you to do better, so they're not going to let you lag behind. They're going to help you stay in touch with the program and keep going.
What made me choose graphic design is that when I was a senior in high school, I got to do the Fridays at Northeast class, and I found an art class, and it was with Mr. S. And after that, I just knew that's the degree I wanted to move forward with, and he's an awesome teacher, so that helps a lot too.
The most important things that I feel that I pass along to my students, excellence is always in style. I'm very proud to be able to send them out into the world because I know they can compete with anybody, anywhere.
Of timeless traditions to look on, but one of the big ones is costumes. With this in mind, we at the Squawk will be dressing up for our Halloween show. We went out to conduct a survey on what we should dress up as.
So, for our Halloween edition of our news show, The Squawk, my co-host and I are going to be dressed up. We have 5 costume options. Pick the one that you would like to see us be. So we have Willy Wonka and an Oompa Loompa. We have Ron Burgundy and Brick from Anchorman. We have Fred Flintstone and Barney Rubble. We have Dr. Evil and Mini-Me. And we have Batman and Robin. So what would you like to see us dress up as?
I'd like to see you dress up as Mini-Me from Austin Powers.
May I ask why?
Austin Powers was one of my favorite movies growing up, and well, Carson, you have the height for him.
Thanks for that. And Batman and Robin.
The Willy Wonka one.
Willy Wonka on the
That's a tough one. I think I would choose. It's between Willy Wonka and the Mini-Me one. Those, I think, are the perfect fit for this. So I think it'd be tough to choose between. I think you couldn't go wrong with either one of them. So I would go with that.
And Batman and Robin.
I'd go with Willy Wonka and Oompa Loompa. But if I could pick, I'd do Rick and Morty.
I'm going to go Fred and Barney. You know, they kind of left us a little bit. I would bring Fred and Barney back.
Okay. All right.
That's my pick. I think they're all good. Yeah. You can't go wrong with any of them.
I got to go Ron Burgundy, Brick. I got to go. You can't. You got to go. I Love Lamb. It's got to go that way. There you go.
First of all, I want to say that they are all solid choices. You should be proud for putting those choices in front of me. But I got to say, Oompa Loompa Doompity Doo, I pick you. Option number 1.
Oompa Loompa all the way, boy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Oompa Loompa's got to be it.
Willy Wonka.
Don't forget to go to 101.7 The Nest on the X platform to fill out the poll. Results are going to be announced next Tuesday. Now we have some information for you from SAC.
I can't wait to see what they're going to have to be wearing. But as you know,
Tomorrow is Wednesday, and you know what that means. We have another Wacky Wednesday event for you. This week, we have Country Night out at the Ag Complex at 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. We will have a mechanical bull, barrel racing, a roping contest, and my personal favorite, line dancing. So, dance your way over to Country Night, and I can't wait to see you there.
You get the chance to perform. I mean, that's why we do what we do. We love music, and we like to do that.
Jazz band has been a great area to kind of refine my ability to play with others.
It kind of really opened me up to a new spectrum of music. You know, it's really influenced the way I play and kind of broadened my horizons, you could say, on music appreciation.
Everyone is super welcoming, and it's a really fun time getting to go on the road and experience stuff that you don't normally get to with other musicians that kind of understand what you enjoy.
It's kind of influenced me to kind of look out and listen a little bit more to like other genres of music that have jazz influences.
They love to play and want to perform, and this just gives them a really cool outlet where they can stay involved.
Mr. McLeod has definitely been helpful in making you find your musical voice, you know, really come into your own as a musician.
We've had kids from the Vet Tech program or the Auto Body program or the Media Arts program, from a variety of things all across campus.
It's allowed me to step out of my comfort zone and make some friendships that I normally wouldn't have, and putting yourself out there is a lot easier when you feel at ease because you know that people are counting on you and you know that they want to hear you succeed, and I think that'll expand outside of just musical terms.
The thing about getting a degree in theater is everyone thinks you have to become an actor, right? But there's so many options out there, especially with a general theater degree like you would earn here. You know, you could enter technical fields and there's tons of openings there. Or you could go in completely different directions. It's insane how many different professions will value a theater degree, because theater isn't just about learning to act. It isn't just about learning to run lights. It's learning to meet deadlines. It's learning to work on a team. It's learning to think critically. You know, there's so much that you gain from studying theater that makes you so marketable in so many different professions.
Theater means that everyone can have their stories be told, whether it's through working technical-wise or working as an actor. Everybody contributes to one main story that breaks off into hundreds of other stories. You know, you can deep dive into an actress's story, but the character she plays on stage is a whole other story.
We have a great partnership between the Northeast players at Northeast and the Norfolk Community Theater. It is just a great way for all of the actors and techies to gain a lot of experience and to really kind of work together.
Working with the two groups together gives students a chance to work with people in the community who have quite a lot of experience in community theater, then gives the community theater a chance to work with students who are often more eager and more enthusiastic about theater, and we get to enjoy some new talent on a regular basis.
Whenever I'm here, I always feel that I'm welcomed back, and I feel welcomed to be back. I want to be back, and I will always continue to be a part of this theater as long as I have the ability to.
Theater is a group of people who all come together to tell a story, whatever that story is, whether it's a love story or it's a tragedy or it's just this one person's journey for whatever. I think theater is storytelling and it's catharsis, because we all get to have this experience together.
Welcome back to the Squawk. The conflict arising in Israel has lots of people talking, so we wanted to find out people's opinions on the matter. We went around campus to find out what students know about Israel and the effects on the conflict.
It's official. Israel and Hamas are at war. It's a major geopolitical issue, and lots of information is coming out daily. Worldwide protests are also occurring. We asked Northeast students what they thought about the conflict, and here are their responses.
Honestly, scared for them just because
It's official.
I know war can be
Israel
very
and Hamas
scary for
are at war.
any group
It is
of
a major
people, doesn't
geopolitical
matter
issue, and lots of
which
information
race,
is
which
coming out
religion,
daily.
anything.
Worldwide protests are also occurring.
People are dying.
We asked Northeast students what they thought about the conflict, and here
while we have you here,
are
we're
their
gonna lay out
responses.
some pictures of some countries. Can you even pick out Israel on a map?
Probably.
So, before we look at the upcoming week's weather, we can see that today we had a nice and sunny day on campus. Tomorrow, we are looking at a high with a 68 degrees, followed by sunny skies on Thursday with a high of 72. When we get to Friday, we have a 42% chance of rain and a high of 72 degrees again. Then, as we look into our weekend, starting off Saturday, we have another rainy day with a 43% chance of rain. But on Sunday, we can look forward to sunny skies and a high of 66 degrees. Over back to you, Carson.
For that, Joe. So last week was midterms on campus, which is obviously a very stressful time. I know it's stressful for me, but I really thought I did good on my midterms. But we sent Francis Timmerman out this week to talk with students to try and relax them before they took their tests.
So this is on the Fritz. What's your name?
My name is Gunnar Wayne Olson.
Hey Gunnar. So how are your stress levels been with midterms and everything coming up?
Really stressful. I'd love a Hershey's or a Twizzler.
Okay. You want to talk about your stress at all?
Yeah. I feel like homework's coming and coming. It's like a NASCAR race over there. They just keeps going in circles. It's like history repeats.
100%.
itself, the homework.
Okay. Well, I was told to ask you if you want a candy bar or a hug or both. Which one do you want to pick?
Both, obviously. Yes.
Well, take your candy of your choice. That's a Reese's. You said you wanted Hershey's or a Twizzler. Yeah. There you go.
Both.
Sure. Fine. I guess. And then here's a hug.
Appreciate it. You're the best.
I'm with.
Madison.
Hello, Madison. How's the stress levels been with the whole midterms coming up here?
Pretty stressful, mostly.
Would you like to elaborate on that at all or no?
I just think just seeing the grade that I'm gonna get is a little bit stressful. Oh, it's only for one class though, so I'm not too stressed, I guess.
Well, that's good. Well, what's something you're grateful for to get your mind on the positive?
I guess support that I have for my family. But that's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, would you like a candy bar or a hug or both?
No, thank you.
Nothing to all of them? I'm with.
Logan.
Hello, Logan. How's the stress levels been for the whole midterms coming up here?
Very high.
Very high. You want to elaborate on that at all?
Teachers give us too much homework.
I completely agree. 110%. Say something that you're grateful for to keep your mind on the positive.
Just having friends there to support me as well as the teachers.
That's awesome. Would you like a candy, hug, or both?
Yes.
I'm with.
Brian.
Hello, Brian. How have midterms been for you, like stress levels and assignments and all that?
It's been pretty well. I was able to do my assignments early during the week, so I got done with it.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I'm not very smart with it, and I always take till last minute. What's something you're grateful for to keep your mind on the positive?
Thankful for my family. My one grandmother is still alive, and my coaches back home. They always keep me on the right path.
That's awesome. Now, would you like a candy bar, a hug, or both?
Both.
There's a candy bar. I'm going to put this in my other. I'm with.
Kaylee Anderson.
Hello, Kaylee. So how have stress levels been with midterms and everything this week?
Honestly, I'm an education major, so it hasn't been too difficult. Everything has just been kind of studying and keeping up on my work.
That's awesome. Yeah, so what's something you're grateful for with stress and everything this week?
I am grateful for our mental health counselors and all that they are doing to provide support for students on campus. I know my roommate has been utilizing that heavily, and it's really helped kind of our vibe and situation in our room.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Gina's awesome. I love her. I'm going to wait for this person to come through before I finish this. Would you like a candy bar, a hug, or both?
I'll take a hug.
Oh, okay. You have a good day. You as well. I'm with
Ian.
What's up, Ian? How are your stress levels been with midterms and all of that coming up this week?
Horrible. They have been absolutely horrible. I've been staying up late. I've been worrying about stuff I probably shouldn't worry about and overthinking everything.
Yeah, well, just know that that's normal and it's okay to feel like that. What's something positive that you can, that you're grateful for, so you can keep a good mentality throughout the rest of this week?
That I've made it this far already, you know?
That's valid. Now, would you like a candy bar, a hug, or both?
I'll take a hug.
All right. Awesome. You have a good day.
Welcome back to the Squawk. On this week's edition of Unleash the Ram, we find out one of the many talents of the interesting Ram Waters. We sent him around campus helping those who may not be flexible learn yoga.
Welcome to Unleash the Ram this week. Are you stressed out, Sev?
Terribly. It's midterm. I can't take it. I'm going crazy here.
I know. Well, I'm going to teach you some tricks. I'm going to teach you some yoga.
Teach me Zen Master Ram. Teach me the way.
You take your right foot and put it over like that. You know, put your leg on your knee like that. And you got to put your arm out. Yeah, perfect. You got to like stand. Oh, wow, you're really good at this. Foot, and put it over. Oh, yeah, perfect. Now you have to put it up on your knee. And you got to take your hand and do that. Oh, perfect. She's better than I am. You're going to take your right foot and you put it over this way, right? Perfect. And now you're going to put it on your knee, kind of. And you got to take your hands. You got to do that. You got to like stand in the same spot.
And don't hop. Don't hop.
And take your other leg and you put it like above your knee, kind of. Yeah, awesome. And then you take this, take your hands and you do that without moving. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, don't
How
hop.
many of you guys not move? This hand over like this, right? Okay. Yeah, like stand in one spot, but can't move. How do you guys do that? I don't know. Okay.
Wait, how come
you
you
gotta do
teach
that,
me
right?
this?
Right?
Just
Perfect. So you're gonna take whatever foot this is, right?
Right foot.
Yep, that one.
Okay.
You're gonna put it over your left foot, right? You're gonna put it on your knee, right? Okay, so you gotta stand in one
Jump?
spot. No, don't jump. I'm jumping because I don't have balance.
Okay.
Shut the frick up, Francis. Take that one and you put it on, you gotta go like this. Yeah, and you gotta stretch the quads. Yeah. That's about it. Thanks, guys.
Let me teach you another one.
Sure.
Let me sit down.
Oh, great.
Face me though.
Oh, what?
Okay. Foot.
Do I have to put my, oh.
One foot, here, hold my hand.
Okay.
Okay, put your foot against my foot and stretch your leg all the way up. All the way up. Now this one.
No,
This one.
no, no,
All the way up.
no,
All the way up.
no, 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 no. Stop pushing. Stop pushing. You are literally pushing.
You should wrap your hands first.
Put your legs up.
I can't.
Put your legs up.
You're pushing me down.
You do the
Surfer?
No, the
Oh,
warrior.
this is Warrior 2.
Yeah.
Position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, ka.
Well, we're too short for this. Reach, reach.
I'm reaching.
Oh my gosh. Is it even possible?
No.
He has yet to successfully do that one.
So I'm Dr. Cassie Wessendorf. I'm a veterinarian here on staff at Northeast Community College. I teach in the vet tech program and a whole bunch of different classes. What our main job is to train veterinary technicians. And in the state of Nebraska, to be a veterinary technician, you have to go to an AVMA accredited program, graduate, sit for national board exams, pass that, and then you can get your license. And the one thing I really enjoy about it is it's very student-centered. And so the focus on everything, it doesn't matter what department you go to, is students. How can we help students? How can we serve students the best? Which is honestly the core of what we do. We're teaching the students, and so they need to be at the center of our focus.
Veterinary technicians from accredited programs can be licensed, and it gives them a whole different spectrum of skills that they can do in practice. And the program over the years has grown to where we now have our graduates all over the country, and they're making great recommendations and having those people that they think would be good technicians come through our program.
The students receive they graduate with an Associate of Applied Science degree, and they get a lot of hands-on training through the program, which is really good for the technicians, considering that's really what our job is in practice, is to do all of the procedural things that happen in a vet tech program. So we have access to multiple different species that we can practice injections, blood collections, restraint, positioning for radiographs, ultrasound, endoscopy, dental radiographs, as well as anesthesia and assisting in surgery.
A lot of the classes that I've taken are mostly just centered around the vet tech program. A lot of labs, a lot of hands-on learning. And here at the vet tech program, we always have dogs and cats, so those mostly, but as well as the tortoises, the chickens, the ferrets, calves, cows, horses, sheep, goats, pigs, pretty much everything you can think of. The program is tough, but it is so rewarding. Just the experience that I've got just in the last 2 years being here has just been phenomenal. Having the teachers that we do have, they equip us with so much information and so many tools that when we do go out in the field, it's just going to be like school, just because they're so good at what they do.
Welcome back to the Squawk. Tonight, to wrap up our show, we have Carmen Montoya here to play some live music.
Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Little darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun, do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun, do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright. Here comes the sun, do-do-do. Here comes the sun, and I said, it's alright.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that will be a wrap on this week's edition of The Squawk. We hope that you enjoyed it as much as I think Alex and I had bringing it to you this week. Yeah. And don't forget to check out the poll for the Halloween costumes for me and Alex. The results will come out next Tuesday on that. And with that, we will sign off. Have a squawking good week.